up? AJ back here with more E3 coverage of Madden NFL 12. Again, I'm with designer and engineer Wes Reinhardt. Now we're talking about dynamic player performance, and you're showing us this trait screen for Aaron Rodgers. Explain some of these other statistics. Now, we talked about consistency and confidence, so what is all this other stuff?
So these are just ways that we can now differentiate gameplay between different players. So some of these, we have a total of 18 traits, first of all, and they'll affect every single position in the game. But these that we're looking at right now, we have Aaron Rodgers. This is his ability to scramble, how often he does it. We have whether he throws the ball away, how well he senses pressure, all the different aspects of a quarterback and what you would expect to get from them. This allows us to kind of show the difference between your Peyton Mannings, your Aaron Rodgers, your Tom Brady's, your Michael Vicks. All of those quarterbacks are now going to act more like themselves when you're playing against them, instead of just all kind of acting the same way just based on different ratings, so they're different skill levels. Now that you actually have different actual AI between them. Okay, so we've talked a lot about Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady being kind of similar in that they're both pretty close together as far as their overall rating. But now, because of dynamic player performance, you can differentiate on how they play the game. So explain like the tuck and run. He does it sometimes. Obviously Aaron Rodgers likes to scramble around, whereas Tom Brady, you can show us that too. Like, I'm guessing he is a never or something. He's Tom Brady's a rarely, so okay. He's only going to kind of scramble if you get the pressure all from one side. He's just got wide open field. You might every once in a while see Tom Brady scramble in those exact perfect situations. Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, is going to take advantage of what the defense gives him. He's going to if you're in prevent defense, when he's going to take those 10 yards you give him. He's going to get that first down and move the ball, move the chains. So that's the difference there. We also have a often version of that trait, which you'll have the Michael Vicks and the scrambling quarterbacks, and you'll see them. You've got to make sure you have a QB spy on them, and otherwise you're just gonna get burned all day by them. And the other traits, the throws ball away. Tom Brady has this as a yes. He's not, when he sees pressure coming, he's just going to get the ball out of there. He's not going to risk anything. He's just going to throw the ball out of bounds. Aaron Rodgers, not really so much. He's going to try to find his open receiver. He might take a sack here or there, or he might kind of find that secondary receiver that's open. Tom Brady, he will as well, but he's going to not take the risk that you would see. So these are all the different QB traits right here.
Obviously, you said this affects other positions in the game as well, not just quarterbacks. So let's take a look at somebody else.
Okay, so we'll look at Ryan Grant here for halfback of the Packers. These are the traits right here for pretty much all halfbacks. These are the ones that matter. Fights for extra yards. This is what he does when he's in a tackle. Does he try to break out of that tackle? Does he risk fumbling? I mean, it's always good when you break out of that tackle and you get an extra 5 yards on the play, but it's also a fumble chance. So this is not necessarily a good or bad trait. It's just how they act. And Ryan Grant will try to break out of that tackle. He will try the stiff arm, the spin move out of the tackle. And the same covers ball is a similar trait, but it's different. And this is when they actually will kind of cover the ball against those big hitters. So if he's going up against Ray Lewis, a big hitter, he's going to protect the ball. But if he's going up against that weak cornerback on the outside, he's going to try to run him over. He's going to either do some elusive move or at least truck him or do something to try to get by him. Sideline catches. He's a halfback. He's not really known for being around the sideline, so he might drop those sideline passes that you throw him. Yeah, that's Ryan Grant.
That's pretty cool. And some of these are kind of risk reward.
Exactly. Another good example of that is on the defensive side of the ball. We have Collins here. The plays ball in the air trait. He's going to be that guy that tries to cut in front of that pass. So he's a safety. He's supposed to be the last line of defense, but you throw up that deep post route, he might try to cut in front of it. He might pull in the pick. He might also get burned for that long touchdown. So it's the same on this side of the ball. And while we're here, we'll talk about the other kind of defensive traits. We have the big hitter trait. This is going to be the Harrisons, the Farriers. All those guys that just like to lay out the receiver. But then other guys won't have that. They're going to be more conscious to wrap up the tackler or the ball carrier instead of trying to just lay him out and cause fumbles.
All right, thanks for showing us this, Wes. Dynamic player performance, a new feature in Madden NFL 12. To keep up to date on all our E3 news here at EA Sports, make sure to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/EA Sports. Click like if you haven't already done so. Thanks again, Wes. When's this in stores?
August 30th.
Very cool.